Dracula. The name itself is a curse, a monster who drinks the blood of the living, fears the cross and turns to dust in the sun. For over 100 years he has been the king of all monsters, the ultimate evil. But what if this entire image is a lie? What if the creature we fear was actually born from the most human emotion of all, a tragic, unbreakable love? This is not the story of a monster. This is the story of a man, a prince, who loved a woman so fiercely that when he lost her, he declared war on God himself, and in doing so, became the monster we know. This is the true, dark love story of Dracula. To find the truth, we must look past Bram Stoker's 1897 novel and find the real man, Prince Vlad III Drăculea. He was the ruler of Wallachia, a small Christian kingdom besieged by the massive Ottoman Empire. He was a brutal warlord, true. He was known as Vlad the Impaler for his horrific methods of execution. But he was also a national hero, a desperate man doing whatever it took to protect his people and his home. And this hero had a love. His wife, known in some stories as Elisabeta, in others as Justina. She was the light in his dark world, his connection to his faith and his humanity. While he was on the battlefield, she waited for him in Castle Dracula, praying for his return. But Vlad had enemies, not just on the battlefield. The noblemen who hated him, or perhaps his Ottoman rivals, devised a plan to break him. Not to kill his body, but to kill his soul. They fired an arrow into the castle, carrying a false message. A message telling his wife that Vlad had been defeated, that he was dead, and that the Turks were at the gates to capture her. Elisabeta was destroyed. The thought of living without Vlad, or worse, being captured by his enemies, was a fate worse than death. She stood on the highest tower of the castle, declared, "I would rather my body rot and be eaten by the fish of the river than be a captive of the Turks." And she jumped. Her body was lost to the dark, fast-moving water below, a river that to this day is known as the Princess's River. Vlad returned from the battle, victorious, to find his love gone. The priests told him that because his wife had taken her own life, her soul was damned to hell for eternity. This broke him. This hero, this defender of the faith who had sacrificed everything for God and his kingdom, had been repaid with this. His love was dead, and her soul was damned. In his agony, Vlad stormed into the castle chapel. He raised his sword and, in a final act of defiance, renounced God. He screamed that he would sell his soul, that he would rise from the grave, and that he would have his revenge on all of creation, with all the powers of darkness, if it meant he could one day find his lost love again. He became the first vampire. This is the legend that Bram Stoker found. A story not of a monster, but of a tragic gothic romance. Stoker blended this tale of a fallen hero with local vampire myths to create his character. An undead count, cursed to walk the earth, searching across centuries for the reincarnation of the wife he lost. The monster we fear is just a man, hollowed out by grief, forever hunting for his tragic lost love. What do you think? Is Dracula a monster or the ultimate romantic anti-hero? Let us know in the comments. And for more dark history and romance, subscribe to Dull Night Tale.